Hi, it's Mary Terry, and I'm in my bathroom. I know that sounds so ridiculous. It's hysterical. I've never seen anyone do one in their bathroom, but I have a lot of my stuff displayed in the one bathroom that is in the middle of the house, so we don't use it that much. And so I kind of use it as like a repository for some of my stuff. I have a Chris Cornell thing that I did. You guys might have seen this at one point. It's just sort of a collage of him. And I have this beautiful bird cage that I love that I got at Michael's, I think, or Joann's. I'm not sure, but it's really pretty. And I've put a bunch of different wine charms that I've made on it. And a bunch of birds. Like I was telling Kim Reed that I go bird crazy and bird cage crazy. From the dollar store I get them. I get them from Michael's. There's a bird. There's a really pretty bird I just got from AC Moore. And that little thing has a bird on top of it. If I'm making you sick, I'm sorry. And the beauty of it is that you can kind of see it from all sides because there's a mirror behind it, right? And then you're going to see me, of course. There's also a goofy mirror that I made up there years ago, probably when I very first started paper crafting. But that's the little bird cage with all my little dangly doos on it. Rhonda gave me this really pretty thing. It says Mary Terry on it. She did it all in like epoxy or something. I don't remember. I don't know exactly what she did, but it's really pretty. And so that's that. There's me. Hi guys. Over here I have my other little bird cage with some birds in it, or birds on it rather. Again, different birds that I got from different places, and a little bird cage. And then this little angel I made, it was like a chipboard album, I guess it was supposed to be, but I made it like the 3 different faces of an angel, kind of. An angel is not just a one-dimensional creature. It's got depth, just like humans do, I think. And so it's got a heart and a key. And I used a famous artist's postcard. I can't remember the artist that drew that beautiful thing, but I love that. And I just like the layers of it, which thought it was evil, but he's just so funny. He's just teasing around. That's what he first said to me. Got me upset. I was like, it's an angel. How could it be evil? But I guess he's right. And then, of course, I have the Batman on my wall. I didn't make that, but I do love the Batman. I got that from a garage sale. The girl was making the guy give up all of his stuff from his childhood, and this was something that I wanted. When I asked him what the price was, he really didn't want to give it up, but just to kind of make her mad, I think he gave it to me for free. So it was funny. I made this for Rich at one point. He had gotten some pictures from a customer of his of flying. When he had told her that I was into like paper arts and stuff. So there's a picture of a plane from a war, and there's Jack White doing something fun. And then we are going to pan down, sorry, I'm trying to go slow here, to this little table that I have. I'm trying to keep away from the commode too, that's not very nice. And I have this little stand here. Oh, my knees are cracking. Yikes. That's what happens when you get old. And this also has a lot of crazy birds on it. I don't know if you can see them. But inside there are these little books that I made that are basically books about birds. So as you can see, they're just little folded books, and there are 3 of them for the 3 little bird cages. And I would show them to you in more depth, but I have one hand, so to use since I'm filming it this way. I'm going to go up and back to the Batman and take you around to the other side of my room here, where I have some of there's my shower curtain. Just to give you an idea, this is like, where we are here. I don't want to freak you out. And this is the very first collage piece I ever made in my life. It's Goldie Hawn. I don't know if that's focusing very well, but it's called At Home in the House. And it's when I first moved here. I had a pretty bad experience in my life, and so I made a change. And when I moved up here, I was kind of like feeling lonely and alone in the house. And I don't know if you remember that scary movie about like, I know who you are and I know where you live or something, where the guy's calling her on the phone. Anyway, it reminded me of that, but there's Goldie Hawn. I love Goldie Hawn. She's so cute. And so I just was messing around with different textures and stuff. That's like some corrugated cardboard, and I painted it. And that was from like 2008, I think. First thing I ever made. And then over here on this wall, I've got like the second thing I ever made, which is a mahjong tile piece that I just took the mahjong tiles and papered them and then put little things on them. And again, that was in 2008. And there's my kitty. Hi, kitty. And then, hello, Charles Barkley. And then this is just like a pirate themed one. So I did that. Then if I pan out, you'll see this wall has a etagere on it. Or I don't know what it's called. It's a shelf, basically. And you've seen that before. Oh, my cat's freaking out. This is a little painting I did of like a spaceman in a garden, in a space garden. Walk with me. That's his garden. And this book I made for my granddaughter, and it's just a book full of stickers. If I could show it to you. It's nothing huge, but I like it. Sorry for that look there. Cat's in here running around like a crazy person. I just put a whole bunch of fun little stickers in it because she's just a little over 1 right now. So it's just lots of stickers that I got from the dollar store and whatever, and some less, you know, some little things that she can just walk around with when she's here. So I keep it on this clip here that I got from Michael's and that I stenciled on because I thought that was pretty. It holds that up. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna like move you around. This is horrible. I'm the worst camera person. Oh, there's my living room. Going back to the shelf. This is a little painting that I made called I Live Still, and it's on a canvas, and I made a little rooftop, and it was of a farm barn that I loved so much, and I don't know if you can get a good view of that, but the sun was so pretty on that in the morning as I drove past it every day to work. So I stopped one day and took a bunch of pictures, and I don't know, I just thought it'd be funny to just have the older man and the younger child there, thinking how long people have lived there. And I tried my hand at making some homemade paper recently. That was not a real success, but this is the one piece of paper I got out of it. And what I did is I took a stamp and stamped an image. I think it's a Unity stamp. And then cut out all that grass and pasted it down. It turned out pretty like sturdy. I was like amazed. Like, it's kind of cool. So that's that. I really liked it. And I use pastels, like those pearly ones that you get that you can, you know, squish down with like a Q-tip. I use that. Then this is something I made for spring. I went to this train fair with a friend of mine and got these little images. This woman doing laundry and these kids, and I thought, boy, that's not spring. I don't know what is. So it reminds me of spring. It's got a little bird on the top. It's just a little box. That's where we were at the Train and Toy Show. It's just a little shadow box. And down here on this little shelf thingy, I have a bunch of items. I have a rounder where I keep some ATCs that I made. You guys may have seen some of these. I have this crazy comic book girl that put shaky stuff on and put some wire through, and she just made me happy. She was like, she has a briefcase, but she's in an evening gown, and she's like a secret spy, and I would love to be her. I guess, I don't know. No, I like what I am. But this is a little hand that came out of a glove. It's a glove form, basically, and I painted it because I was like, that's too cool to not paint. And then because it was weird and avant-garde looking, as Rhonda would say that I am, I painted it, and then I put this like real frilly dress form on it with some lace, and made that little hanger out of some wire. This is a funny one. This guy I found at a garage flea market. It's Vic Damone, which I didn't know. But I thought he was really handsome, and I used to leave him out on my, like with my other pictures, and people would be like, who's that guy? And I'd be like, oh, that's my Uncle Vic, and that's what I used to say. But I didn't know it was really Victor, oh, it was Victor Mature, excuse me. And he was in Demetrius and Doc Holliday and Samson, and they used to call him a beautiful hunk of a man, so Uncle Vic. And I used to tell people he was my Uncle Vic, like, you know, when they would ask, if they would ask. Well, sometimes I would just tell them. Here's another little tag I made out of like a card that I got off a pair of jeans or something. It just has some little words that I wrote to myself. Whoa, I'm losing it. And the back of it. And then this one I made for Rich. Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry about this. Has a dimensional like window on it and why I love you. And then on the back I wrote a little poem. You plucked me from the vine that was tied to my ankles and moved it away and filled me with you, and you are everything and everywhere. And I had these little eggs down there just to kind of symbolize our, you know, I don't know, cocooning, or I don't know what it means. But when you come down here, you're in a chest of, an old chest of mine that I have had for quite some time. And on it I've displayed some things that I've made recently. I made this big Whompin' Hello Kitty book. I don't even know why, because I had a big box of cereal, like huge, and I was like, I need to use that. So I made this book, this Hello Kitty book. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, if anything. It didn't really bind it very well, but it was fun, and it's got all Hello Kitty papers in it, all throughout. It's just really huge. It was fun to make. Then I also have another piano binding book that you guys have seen before. Let me see if that'll sit up there. You've seen that one before. You saw the front one before. And then I think I just recently did this one, which is like an old, and I think I showed you that one too. I like this rooster thing though. You can see it down there because it gives my bird theme. And a bunch of birds from the Dollar Tree and Michael's. Here's a book that I made. And I made especially for, yeah, because Sea Lemon, of course, one of my favorites, put on a thing that where you could find lined paper that would go the right direction for you. So I, of course, I had to try that, and I painted this up, and then did some stenciling on it, and then that's the inside cover. And then this paper in here is all lined paper, and it goes in the right direction, like for once, which is cool, and it's big. So what I thought I would do with this, and that's what my note is to start writing from one side into the middle, and then write from the other side upside down into the middle, and then like leave 2 pages in the center for like reflection. And it just binds up with, you know, regular binding, and, you know, like a pamphlet binding. It's got like 3 signatures in it, and I put this little hair tie on it to close it. So I have that. And then I have this big other bird cage here with more birds on it, and a big bird book that I made back there, and some skeins of thread that I got at, I think at the Goodwill, but I like them. So they're kind of just caged in there with some birds. This is a book I think I showed you, but I'm not sure. I love that paper. I love that grunge board. It really, when you use metallics and pearls with it, it turns out great. This is like a smash book that I made for myself out of rice paper. And she's a little German decal, not decal, but a sticker. And she's really fine. And this was a pain in the butt to work with, let me tell you. But I think I used Yes Paste, and it came out pretty nice. I was real pleased with it at the end. And inside, I've used some old folders that were from a set of, well, you've seen that paper 1,000 times from me. I put a little pocket in here for junk. But it's old folders on, they were really kind of ugly. See that, like, weird marbling stuff? for like how to organize your life, but it was from like the 70s, so I got it at Goodwill. So I just made a whole bunch of areas for me to put stuff in. You know, it just kind of goes through with what you would imagine in a junk journal kind of thing. I was playing with stamps that I had, and of course put my initials on everything, and little cocktails and stuff, and so it just kind of goes through. It was when I was first learning how to do pamphlet stitch, so this is kind of old, I think, and I had a bunch of little stamps that I got from the Goodwill, and you know, stuff that I got from Michael's, and just little tuck spots, washi tape I was playing with, and handmade washi tape, I think that is. In some places I really like tried to do some stuff that I'd never done before, like draw, you know, even if it's just a little bit of drawing. It's more than I normally do. And that's kind of the book. But I really like it. I think that's really pretty. So I'm going to be using that soon. Okay, I'm taking you around again. And I'm taking you over to this little bird cage that I have a beautiful picture that my friend Lisa Rides Again sent to me that she made. And I love that girl in there. And there's some pretty white birds on the outside of that with a black bird on top. And in here I have my September book, which you guys saw some of. I remember I showed this to you. Again, it's a handmade journal. Of course, what else would it be? Oh, excuse me, opening it. But this is fun, doing this geometry, or whatever it is over here, these geometric patterns. I'd never really done anything like that. I'm not a doodler. I never was in high school or junior high or ever. So it was fun to do that. And then it was canvas, and then I used some fabric paints to paint that up. And this was September 2014, and whoops, there's a lot of pictures of us in here, so let's go through here real quick. There's my girlfriend Linda and myself, and Rich's son Rich and me at a fair, and me and Rich in the kitchen. And let's see what else we got here. Rich and Richard at the fair. That's my Barkley boy. That's my little kitty cat. There's me at the Red Hot Chili Peppers. No, that's me at the Black Keys concert. And there's my friend Dawn in a parade. So just a bunch of stuff from September. Oh, there's me going out somewhere. And some tickets to whatever. There's Rich going out golfing, looking cute. So there's that book. That was all filled up. And then one more book over here that I don't think I showed you. And there's this pretty bird cage here with this bird on it. This is another book that I took care of with paint and some papers. I don't know. It's not grunge board, but again, another little hair tie. Little kid's hair tie to tie it up. Pamphlet stitch. And just a bunch of different papers that I got some from. This is funny. This is from the Republican Committee of Chester County, which is funny because I am a Republican, but I don't vote Republican typically, not to put my stuff in. But Chester County, where I live in Pennsylvania, is very Republican, and in order to have a say in anything, you really kind of have to be a Republican if you want to vote in the primary, and I do. And we're voting for governor this election, which I've already voted because we're going to be out of town on election day. So here's some papers that I got from Rhonda, and I think some from Lisa too. And so I just wanted to bind them in a book because that's what I do. I take everything I have and put it in a book. I was watching a gal on YouTube, and I wish I knew her name, and I'll try to link her to the bottom of this video because her name's Mandy, and I just started watching her, and she's really good at stuff, and she's starting out on YouTube, and you guys should check her out. She does, I think she's part of the Junk Journal Junkies thing. Here's my door coming in. And I have this big thing. I don't know, my girlfriend had one of those candlelight parties or something, and I got this big, huge honking thing. And on it I have little, like, they're not really ATCs, maybe like iCAD type things, but they're about angels. Another angel one here. Some packaging I got from cosmetics that I just stamped on. Here are some tags that Rich, and myself made for Thanksgiving last year. What we were thankful for, and we're going to look at them again this year. A tag I just made recently called Lower Now. And then there's more angel type feathery girls. So that's it. This is my sort of where we were. Sorry for the crazy bathroom shots, but that's where I have a lot of my stuff, so it's makes me happy. Anyway, I'll see you guys. If you have any questions on anything, let me know, and thanks so much for watching my crazy channel. And Spidey says bye.